would, if Shorey played this year, you would have had a real issue. You would have had Ellie, Shorey and Addie all with 35 points.
Exactly, and you know,
that's
you can't
that's
have
not
that.
some good maths going into there. 105 doesn't really go into 100 when you then add Amy Jennings on top of that.
But you can see the points capping works because you get these people who get to develop around such experience, you know, and you're not having teams stacked or anything. You're just getting an even growth from all the young girls and an even growth from all the experienced girls. So
yeah, it's awesome because you see, you know, BBL and women's BBL players playing in the NICL competition like Clive Rose, Mackenzie Harvey, who's just become a dad actually, so congrats to you, Macca. Trent Lawford, Josh Felipe, Tennille Peschel. Peschel? I cannot say her name, sorry, Pesh. I think she's played a couple of games this year. You got Tegan McFarlane and Amanda Wellington in SA, and then Carly Leeson, and then we've got our Chloe Rafferty and Ellie Donald that are repping us and doing a very good job. So it's really good to see, and it's great to see that indoor cricket's being accepted as that fourth format, and we're starting to get that more coverage again.
And you saw that video of, the video went viral of Cam Boyce at his nationals with the spin he was getting. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't facing it, so to be honest.
It was, I watched that video a few times and I went, oh, that's not what you want to have, you know, chasing down the wicket and it's already just gone all the way away from you.
I think that might have been Jared Armitage batting to that actually. That's not something as the batter you want to have go viral either.
No, it's you keep coming up on your news feed. You don't want to keep looking at yourself go out, do you?
Nah. So we've got Ella Bulch and Kat Jomini, if I've said that correctly.
Jomini?
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that.
She's going to get real mad at me after the game. I told her
she'll tell us off about it. Out there batting, and they've made a great start with 11 off that over off Zoe Griffiths, who's a high-quality player, and off like Pulks to New Zealand for the Trans-Tasman series in about a month, I think. I think it's 31 days or something. It's
get a countdown going.
I do a little bit. Safe to say I'm pretty excited about it.
No, but they're both very experienced batsmen. They've played together. They've played at different levels, and they both have played outdoor at the same clubs. Kat and Ella know each other really well.
Yep, both are Carlton Brunswick representatives.
Both very calm people, I think, as well. I think that helps anchor a batting pair. I think Ella likes to remain very straight-faced, very calm.
Yeah, sometimes you don't get a lot out of Ella when she's batting. She's in the zone, and that's her. She'll be helping Kat through here. Not that Kat needs a lot of help, but
and Kat's grown a lot over the last few years, up to the rank of captain this year, and I think she's really found what she's comfortable with, what she likes to do, and it'll help to have a more experienced person with her as well, just to help.
Yeah, well, I think she came into the Cranbourne side a few years ago as she must have been 13 or 14.
Yeah.
And playing around, I'm not going to say older because Sandy will get very mad at me, but those more experienced players, especially in your early days, really does make a difference.
Yeah. You've got a nice symmetry here. Kat bowled at Alana, now Alana's bowling at Kat. It's a nice symmetry to go with.
That was a very, very nice run through there. It's just come off the hip and great eye contact from the two of them. They didn't need much of a call, but both knew what was going on and talking to each other.
And they're 10 and 8. Ella on 10, Kat on 8, which is quite even.
So scores on 92, chasing 142 here. We're in for a really nice finish.
Exactly. It's an interesting play when you're chasing. Do you want to try and get the score on the first 3 overs, or do you bank on all 4 being equal? It's a big thing you're trying to look at.
Well, I reckon now from Cranbourne's perspective, they want to get as close to that total as possible.
Yeah.
These last two, if they can add another 15 onto the score here, and end up, what'd that be? 107.
Yep.
That'd be really nice. Was that almost an attempted man-cat, or Nelly just dropped the ball there?
I think she just dropped the ball.
Man-cat Nell, or?
I think it was one of those, it's ever done that, the wee bowling when you just dropped the ball.
Done a few of them.
Yeah. I really was going to say, oh, look, Nellie's bowling. She has such control over the ball, but I don't think I can say that anymore, can I?
Bowling reminds me of the junior nationals. We had both the 14 white and 17 white would had a few competitions at night, and it was a bit of a running competition as to which team could pull off the win. And I know my girls certainly got stuck into me when we were trying to play baseball and it wasn't working, but it's great.
I think I walked into the 14 Blue Girls room one day, and it was in a very fierce competition of Just Dance, and I just backed right out of there.
Yeah, you just got to back right out. Leave the kids alone. As long as they're not causing trouble, just leave them alone. So we got Nellie here. She's bowled pretty well, but Cranbourne seemed to be accommodating pretty nicely and putting her up for 2.
I think they're doing the right thing by committing either way. They're either going fully back or fully forward.
Yeah.
And you saw with her first over when people were dancing a lot to her is, you can't get caught in between. So it's a good commitment that they're not getting stuck.
I reckon that's more where Nellie's trying to bowl here. That length, more middle of the leg, and really trying to get them either coming down the pitch at it or working across the leg side where you got Zoe.
Yeah.
She's been on the leg side for so many years.
Yeah.
She's got that covered.
Yeah. It wasn't the wrong choice of where to hit it from Kat, but as I said, she just stayed there in that middle ground. She didn't go back or forward, and that's why it ended up being in the air.
Yeah.
Ended up being safe too because she picked the placement right in terms of there was no fielder directly there, but it was the same thing.
That is very nicely finished by Ella Bulch there, getting deep in the crease and putting her up for 2. Really good to see that depth of the crease, and I think just a little bit short that last ball.
Yeah.
I think where she was for Kat on the 5th ball of that over was bang on troubling these 2 batters.
That's the thing, I think, when you're bowling to such extraordinary players, is you make a few millimetres, centimetres difference in your bowling, and it can make all the difference in the world. You got to be a lot more precise the higher up you get,
Yeah, when we get to that high level, the margin for error is very, very small.
Exactly. And then I think we have Tamsin going again, bowling a last over, again at the end.
Coming around the wicket here too, which Tamsin often does.
I think Ella and Kat would just want to focus on 2s.
Yeah, just get as high as you can, I reckon. And going straight across Ella there. Pretty nice and wide outside off, bowling to a field with the 2 on the off here. So obviously she's got a clear plan to these 2.
I think Ella's a little bit unhappy she didn't capitalise more. I think she hit it straight to a fielder. And,
straight to Hayley Landy there on the 3 line.
It's a
That's 2.
I think we'd want to get 8 maybe off this over if you could capitalise really well, and then you put less pressure on your last skin, and you're not putting too much pressure on yourself to do anything outside yourself, which should be good.
Little bottom edge there, and
I think one of the most interesting things I found about this NICL is you verse such a range of people. I remember the first time I versed Sue, who was my coach at the time. It was just a very interesting experience.
Tamsin's done a great job here. Created a 3rd ball here. I think the Kings are just going to be looking to try and navigate this safely. Get a 1, get a 2, whatever you get, just get up the other end.
Yeah. Tamsin's a very experienced player. Fair dive.
Very nice dive by Kat.
Yeah.
Doesn't mind a dive, Kat.
No. It was good technique.
It's good to see our young players getting on their guts.
Yeah. It wasn't 100% needed. I mean, the ball wasn't going to go out anytime soon, but...
Nicole Martin just giving us both the little stare down on the...
Yeah, I was saying something wrong for a second there.
I thought so too. I thought she was giving us a hard time. So Ella finished on 18 there and Kat on 14. 19 off Tam's 2 overs.
I think this will be a very interesting finish.
Yeah, so they need 36 to tie, 37 to win, I believe.
I think so.
If my maths is correct. Might just pull out the good old calculator here.
I was not the best at simple addition.
Yeah, spot on, 36
Nice,
there.
there we
Yep,
go.
done pretty well.
Um,
So
which is it would be consistent with the range of scores they'd already
yep.
gotten. Um,
So we got Julia and Sandy to finish off here. Jules loves to drive, so you can see the ball coming to the back net here with Hayley Landy Bowen. She'll be looking to give it a real rip and hopefully sneak a couple past.
all right, Maddie, I have a question for you.
Yep.
Imagine you are Nick right now. Who do you pick to bowl? Because I think you get to pick those 2 overs, don't you? Because Carey's not on now.
You do.
And it's a big
I
choice.
think so, very much, especially as Marto not batting, you tend to leave it down to the batting pair. Quite often it's a hard thing. You know, do you go with, you know, someone who's bowled first over? You say they do pretty well off Hayley's over here, but with that wicket, I don't think it's going to be her. Sandy just getting a top edge there.
Yeah.
Unlucky. Didn't quite get over it. Was probably a little bit early on the ball. Yeah. Got through the shot a bit early. So I tend to try and look at it as a player as, you know, if you face someone in the first 2 overs that you really, really like, by all means, pick them again.
Yeah.
And I mean, especially if it's someone that bowls that second over and, you know, that's
frustrating for all.
That's frustrating off your bowling.
Because I think Hayley would be kicking herself if she wouldn't put a hand out, and then Polks was right there in the position. So.
Yep. So you know, if you face someone in the second over of this pair here that you really like, take them.
Yeah.
And they'll have to bowl the 16th, or you know, it's a bit of a gamble sometimes if you pick someone that you haven't seen.
Yeah.
But look, it's a much of a muchness. Whoever, you know, you don't get to pick in most games. So
there we
and
go.
Polks is just
good
taking
mark.
a nice catch there. Very nice mark.
Yeah.
Just cool, calm and collected. Not a massive celebration there.
No, but very important in the terms of the game.
This is a much better length from Hayley here. She's really giving them a rib, but she's getting the batters to come at her, which I like. But she's not over pitching either.
I think. I think since the first ball, I think she felt more confident.
Yeah.
I think she was the shots they were getting, those 5s and everything, weren't, you know, like I think she thought they were such close wickets they could. Yeah. And so she finishes for 3 for 17. I think she much prefers her second over.
Her first over, I think.
Yeah, I think she'll be much happier.
Over went for a fair few.
Yeah. And she continues her high wicket intake as well.
Yeah.
And we've got Polks bowling now.
Polks bowling here because Cranbourne can obviously pick afterwards. So Polks won't be bowling the last over. I dare say I wouldn't be picking her. But, you know, if they want to face Polks twice, then that's going to put a bee in her bonnet and really wake her up as Tamsin gets a nice stumping there.
She has very clean hands, I've always said about Tamsin.
Yeah, I think that came off Jules' leg, and she was thought she got it a little bit more towards that corner, and it was safe for a run through. That's why
you need a nice clear no
at the end of the day.
Fast,
Oh, inside edge there. Yep, that's one in the corner.
Yeah.
Get yourself up the other end here.
You know, you take the ones in the gaps.
So it'll be interesting after this game to see what Marto and Polks have to say in their interviews that they'll be going through, and tune into the Yellow Ball podcast to catch up on all news indoor cricket throughout the season. That's been a great addition. I've definitely loved listening to the Yellow Ball podcast.
Yeah, my whole family has actually.
Oh, it's great.
My mum is becoming a bit of a cricket fanatic, and then my dad likes listening to it when he's walking the dog, so it's very good.
Gary loves it, and he's definitely done a really good job there and helping to promote the sport even further.
And he's had a wide array of people on the show, and he's managed to get some really quality content.
Brenton Bryan was on the most recent one, the Aussie men's coach.
Yeah, he's gotten contacts from everyone. He's had some really good insights given to him, so it's good. Oh wow, that's a good ball.
That's
I wouldn't say out. I wouldn't go to Hawkeye.
I'd say I reckon that's going down league anyway.
Yeah.
But Sandy's played enough of a shot there, and
Yeah.
she's definitely felt that one.
Yeah. I think
It doesn't tickle when Polky bowls those ones.
Nah, and it looks like I hit it around that ankle bone.
But
I hit it on it, but that ankle bone's always a sore spot.
She's soldiering through here, and that's great to see. These two are
Yeah.
hanging in tough. It'll be interesting to see who they've picked now.
Yeah. The ball has swung very late, I think, and she just. So it looks like they've picked
Hayley
Landy.
Landy to bowl another over.
Julia,
They might have picked that before the start of the
Julia
camp.
did like facing her. Julia, as you said, is a big driver, and they have a big total for these next 2 overs, so maybe Julia thinks she can capitalise.
Yeah, fair ball to start us off here. Just safely navigate this Kings. Oh. And she has...
Interesting.
That's just flat batted for 7.
Yeah.
Hayley's tried to go with a quicker ball there, probably the wide Yorker sort of style for the third ball, and just missed her length. Bowled really short and let Julia get underneath that. I think that's a better length.
Yeah.
Getting the batter stuck on the crease.
Exactly.
Getting
And Julia will capitalise on any inch you give her, I think. She's very experienced in hitting these big shots, and she loves to hit them too. So
yeah, I think they might have almost picked Hayley because of the runs they need here to try and get there. And over on our other court, it's looking like it's going to be a really tight finish. So Northcote finished on 92, and we've got Casey Stars on 87 with 4 balls left.
wow. It's a big game over there, and it's big in terms of actual cricket for Victoria, because we have the 17s white being the Pirates side playing all together, and then we have the Casey Stars being the 14s blue. And if you look over there, the standard cricket is just amazing.
It's awesome to see, and it's great for the future of cricket in Victoria. You know, that under 14 division, we've won 3 years in a row now, so that's great to see. And we had a pretty good national tournament across the board. I think we win 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Created history, which made Roscoe very, very happy.
Exactly.
And
another big flat bat to finish it over for Julia.
Yeah, sorry if I'm a little bit distracted here. Casey's on 93 here, so they're 1 run ahead with 1 ball left.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see if they bother trying to run here. No, they've just seen that out. So Casey Stars, so essentially the Victoria Blue Under 14 side has just won that the East Division for the NICL for Victoria by 1 run. That's a tough pill to swallow for the Northcote girls, but those girls will be very excited and going away to Brisbane in a few weeks, actually.
Yeah, it's closer than you think.
First weekend of September, so
it'll be interesting to see who out of the 70 teams across Australia have made it to the Brisbane in the end, because
and
well read by
Alana's gotten a fingertip there, but Pogs has still managed to hang on.
Yeah, well read. It was hit quite firmly.
Look, Jules has had to have a dip there for the back net. Always try and teach the kids to go for the win, and it's what she's trying to do, and not going to fault that at all.
No, she hit it very firmly. It just happened to be directly in one of the best fielders in the world. And Sandy's giving her best. She's trying to strike as much as she can.
Gotten an off strike there. She's batted pretty well out here. She had that 1 wicket, I think, to Hayley, but she's really done the job, and she's recognised that she's not the batter that's going to hit the back net, and has tried to get Jules on strike as much as possible, which is exactly what we want to see.
She didn't fight to be the style of Julia. She chose to be her own style, which is good. And I say that. But we have 2 balls to go now, and it's good to see that both girls are still fighting.
Last 2 balls here. Let's
and a lot of
finish it off.
A lot of pressure's gone on these 2 bowlers that have been chosen, both being under 17 girls. Probably the youngest out of everyone in the quarterfinals,
Yeah.
but they've handled the pressure very well. You can still see some smiles
Haley's
and giggles.
just having a good laugh
Yeah.
there at missing that underarm.
So it's good to see because, it's good that you can obviously they have supportive environments around them.
They got through for a single there. Well done by Sandy. Well done by both teams.
Yes.
Julia batted well too there, trying to have a go, having a crack. And so Hoppers Crossing Hurricanes have come out victorious in the Victoria West NICL with the scores 142 to 124.
It was a good game. There was good and bad from everyone, but the main point is you can see both teams getting around each other, and next year all the teams in the division are going to come back fighting as well.
Yeah, I think that was one of the almost highest scores that Hoppers put on the board. Third highest for them for the season, and was always going to be a tough chase, but Kings gave it a red hot go there, and which was great to see. I think they probably, obviously in that last pair, lost a few too many wickets, but all in all, that was a very good game of cricket. So
I think it was amazing to watch. I think it was just you look at Kings made an incredible score and had fought really hard. There was no clear people losing their head or dropping themselves down. It was a nice performance from everyone in terms of pushing and fighting and trying. So
yeah, it was a very good game, and just a quick shout out to finish to our major sponsors, Sportscast and Burley. They've been great supporters of the National Indoor Cricket League this year, and hopefully that continues for many years to come.
Yeah, it's really helped make the sport what it is. You see the amazing balls we get to use, which is why we get to do the things we do when we're bowling, and then you see the live casting and the replays and all the different help we get. So it's helped make the sport the fourth aspect of cricket, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Well, thank you for joining me tonight, Soph. It's been a pleasure calling the game with you. Some fun times.
I look forward to doing it again, maybe. Or maybe you'll be out there one day.
Yeah, look, I was a little bit nervous, not going to lie. First live streaming gig, I was a bit nervous there. I was almost as nervous
I think you're really good.
Thanks, mate. Well, Ross Gregory's about to perform the award ceremony. So Soph and I are going to sign off here, but thank you for joining us for tonight's game, and stick around for the Casey Stars versus Croydon men in the NICL East Men's Grand Final. That's sure to be a cracker of a game. You've got a lot of Australian players in there, and it's
and everyone wants it very badly, you can tell.
Yes. Croydon boys, I know, have been training quite hard, and both sides I know will want the win, and it should be a great contest. So thank you.
All right, good night.
Bye.